Alright, so magandang araw sa lahat ng mga, lalo na doon sa mga co-security practitioner ko. So, our topic for today is all about the command responsibility. So, ito para sa mga officer, nasa corporate man or nasa agency man, kahit saang kumpanya ka man na-assign, no? So, alam ko magagamit mo ito at malaking tulong sa inyo ito. So, bago tayo mag-start, gusto ko lang i-inform everyone, no, based on my experience, na maraming mga officers na hindi nila alam yung command responsibility nila doon sa subordinates nila. So, that's why nagkaroon sometimes ng politics, no, doon sa detachment nila. Again, I am not the lawyer, but matagal na ako sa security and been practice the security for almost 16 years. Alright? So, command responsibility means, ito yung tinatawag natin na responsibilidad mo sa subordinates mo. No? Ibig sabihin, ano ba yung responsibilidad mo doon sa subordinates mo if you are the officer? No? Diba? So, command responsibility is an omission mode, no, of individual liability. The superior is responsible for violations committed by his subordinates. No, ibig sabihin, kung magkaroon ng kasalanan yung subordinates mo, of course, mayroon kang responsibility because you are the officers of that subordinates. No? So, and for failing to prevent such violation or punish them for committing it, meaning you are liable for command responsibility. No? In command responsibility, there are 4 types determining factor, no, of command responsibility. Again, it is not rank, but the subordination what that is subject to the control and authority of another. It has 4 structure. The number 1 is that the operational command. Ibig sabihin, in operational command, if you are failure to exercise the full potential of one's authority to prevent an accident, you are be liable for command responsibility. No? Then the next one is tactical command. Tactical command is detachment officer who have direct command of the security personnel at the time of the incident. Ibig sabihin, nakita mo na yung you are caught on the act, no? Na-caught on the act mo yung accident, but you are failing to prevent that. So, ibig sabihin, you are liable under the doctrine of command responsibility. Third is that strategic command, no? Failure to implement strategies and methods to prevent occurrence, no? Dahil nag-fail ka mag-implement ng mga strategies to find the strategies to prevent, no, yung incident, mayroon ka pa ring liability under the doctrine of command responsibility. The fourth one is that policy command, no? Ibig sabihin, failure to conceptualize and formulate policies, guidelines, and give out direct orders, no? For example, as officer, for example, pinaka-basic example here is that you are the detachment commander in one company, no? And then you make the policy and procedure. Right after you make the policy and procedure, you need to supervise. Right after that, na-implement natin. However, if you fail to implement that policy and procedure, ibig sabihin, maging liable ka under the doctrine of command responsibility. Right? So, command responsibility is not about exercising the authority of but leaders are entitled. It is about using that authority for motivating, no? Of course, not number 1, motivating, inspiring, teaching, no? Accepting responsibility for everything within the detachment, no? So, that is the command responsibility. Ibig sabihin, in one detachment, no, mayroon kang mga security personnel, no? So, any violation committing by your security personnel, you are be liable on that. Okay, that is the basic example. In order to hold officers in either criminally, administratively liable under the doctrine of command responsibility, the prosecution investigator must prove 3 elements. What are those? No, Number one, the commander must know or should have known based on the surrounding circumstances at the time that their subordinates are engaging in acts detrimental to the interests of the clients and the agency of the security professions. No? So, kailangan mayroong alam. No? Dapat alam mo. No? Dapat alam mo. No? Mayroon kang alam at alam mo kung ano yung nangyayari, or ibig sabihin na you able to know the 24 hours operations so that you can prevent any kind of incident that can detrimental the interests of the clients of the agency. No? Number two is that those committing the violations are under the command responsibility of the officer being charged. No? So, yung mga officer ba na nag-commit ng violations is chinarge mo? Mayroon bang disciplinary action? So, mahalaga yon as officers of your detachment. Number three is that the detachment commander did nothing to prevent or punish those responsible for the commission of such crimes, infraction, violations. You are be liable under the command responsibility. For example, gumawa na ng kasalanan yung staff mo, security personnel mo, ba't pinabayaan mo lang, parang wala lang sa'yo. Ang masakit pa dyan is that, for example, yung violation na ginawa niya, no, that resulted to lost job of other people, no, mga ganyan. So, ibig sabihin, you will be liable command responsibility. Okay? So, during formation briefing, alam ko ito, napakahalaga ito, no? Because some security officers don't know how to, some lang naman, no? How to conduct the formation briefing or muster. Pag sinasabi natin formation, gentlemen and ladies, no, mga kadabarkats, no, mga ka-security profession, yun yung time every morning na ginagawa ng detachment to implement the instructions of the client or also from the agency. No? So, you need to start first the following or the proper guidance conducting security formation. No? Start the activity with a short prayer. Dapat wag nating walain yun. Dapat may short prayer talaga. Mag-start tayo. No? And then, conduct roll call. Number 2. Then, number 3 is conduct rank inspections. No? Dito na papalob yung inspectionin natin yung uniforms, paraphernalias, and note deficiencies and note down demerits. No, kailangan yun kasi para manatiling snappy yung security personnel natin. Remember the word or saying of the security profession that the security is the show window of the client. So, yun lang yun. And then number 4 is that the make important announcement if any. No, kung mayroon na mga important announcement from the client or from agency, so you're free, no, to inform your personnel during the conduct of briefing. Number 4, state the daily reminders. If there's a reminders, that is important also. Ano ba yung mga reminders during that day, no? During this day, what are those reminders? So, kailangan mong i-inform yung subordinates mo. And then, pag mayroong mga bagong security, you need to introduce to the group, no? Introduce new members of the detachment. Then, determine if there are any queries. Kailangan mo ring gawin yan. Para malaman mo kung mayroong mga tanong yung personnel mo, security personnel mo, or naintindihan nila yung instructions na binigay mo. So, then the lastly is that dismiss the officers and personnels, no? So, pinakalas, i-dismiss natin yung mga security natin, no? Remember that we only do the briefing and muster to inform our personnel and to prepare them during para i-prepare natin, no, ang kanilang or to what's the correct words that to parang i-prepare natin para maging mentally and physically sila during that day, no? So that's the purpose of formation and briefing, and this is for 30 minutes only. Don't excess, no? Kasi pag nag-exceed kayo dyan, gentlemen and ladies, masasayang yung oras nila. So, magagalit naman yung client. And then, of course, yung mga kapalitan nila. So, in a command responsibility, what are the proper ethics on conducting security information briefing, Master? Of course, the detachment officer conducting this session should not utter vulgar, profane, advisory, negative, and malicious remarks against the client. So, that's the number one. Pag ikaw yung representative ng agency, representative officer of the agency, no, wag kang gumamit or wag kang magmura, no, sa harap ng personal mo at the same time, no, mga masasakit na salita against sa clients mo. So, pwede kang ma-charge ng command responsibility. Detachment officer must not use the security permission as a venue for personal monetary gain and favors, no. Hindi po kayo magkakandak ng permission para gamitin ito para sa manghingi ng pera, no, at sa maghingi ng pabor. For example, botuhin natin sa ganito, no? Botuhin natin sa ganito. That is not allowed during the conduct of the formation. So never do that, corporate security officers. The detachment officer should refrain from berating, no, humiliating, scolding, specifying, pinpointing, airing security principle conducting decisions. Ito yung masakit sa ibang security practitioner. No, for example, nagkamali yung kanilang security during the formation, ipinpointing nila. No, so ibig sabihin, instead na ganahan magtrabaho yung personnel mo that day, ang mangyari sa kanya is that, no, malulumural na lang siya. Wala na siyang ganang magtrabaho. It might be resulted to, no, bulilyaso sa kanyang trabaho during that day. So wag natin gawin 'yan. Okay? Proper decorum conduct of demeanor, no? Section 4. Ito dapat, no? All detachment officer and security staff must show utmost professionalism and respect when dealing and communicating with members of the client, no? Violator shall be dealt with accordingly. Of course, pag nagkamali tayo, bigyan natin ng disciplinary action yan, no? Para to remind him na hindi niya dapat ginagawa yun dahil mali yun, no? That is not based on yung ginawa niya, hindi ito naka-stay sa policy and procedures. Okay? Pag ikaw ang officer tapos your failure to prevent that, or your failure to prevent such a violation, meaning to say you are liable under the doctrine of command responsibility. Section 1, no, detachment officer must exert all efforts to provide assistance to all organic security officers, no. For example, you are from the agency, representative of the agency, kailangan mong tulungan yung client mo. What are those, no? During the investigations, so yun lang ginagawa ng mga corporate natin. Survey, evaluation, audits, no? And security operations related to functions. Any functions of security operations, no? So, I know, you know that already because pag sinasabi nating security operations, lahat ng operations ng kumpanya, it is handled by the security, no? Section 2, courtships and romantic relationship between officers, security and lady guards are strictly prohibited. So, dapat hindi natin ina-allow dyan. Dahil ladies and gentlemen, no? Dahil sa ganong practice, pag ina-allow natin yung ganon, no? Girlfriend, si security officer girlfriend yung lady guard, si lady guard boyfriend yung security officer, pagkakaroon ng conflict of interest. So, dyan mag-i-start yung politics. Okay? Detachment commander should ensure that this is rigorously observed. So, dapat ina-observe ng detachment commander yan, no? Pag if you are the detachment commander, no, ina-observe mo dapat yan, na hindi mo dapat papayagan. Otherwise, the detachment commander should be held responsible for the violation, send appropriate punitive actions as follow. Yun ang sinasabi natin. May mga blowback naman yung agency. Pag napatunayan na hindi mo fully supervise yung personnel mo, nagkaroon ng relationships doon sa inside of your detachment, no? Tapos resulted to a major accident. So you are be liable under the command responsibility. Section 3, the detachment commander should promote positive values among subordinates to maintain proper decorum, no? Dapat pag detachment officer ka, detachment commander ka, ipopromote mo yung positive values, no? Hindi yung tinuturuan mo yung subordinates mo, tinuturuan mo yung mga security guard mong lumaban sa client. No, that is not allowed. No. All detachment members should salute when present at the respective post to maintain alertness of the security personnel. Of course, no. If you remember mga corporate, ang security personnel is paramilitary. Meaning to say, 50% is military, 50% is civilian. No? So, based on the command responsibility, ang security personnel is also obliged to salute to their client and to the social personnel, PMP, to identify social personnel and PMP. Okay? There is a exemption of this role. For example naman, nagtatrabaho ka na sa gate ka, tapos may padang sasakyan. No? Hindi mo na kailangan magsaludo dyan, baka mabangga ka pa ng sasakyan. Right? Alright, so that is ka-corporate. So sana marami kayong nakuhang aral, no? Dito sa command responsibility. At marami pa akong iba-vlog about sa security professions, no? Abangan nyo yan. Bye-bye!